fun too.
Whoa. Are you doing that?
Yeah, and if you can, please mute yourself, or maybe we can mute you all here, so that there is no interruption uh, in the process. Yay! I see comments coming in: California, New York, London. UK, Tennessee, Minnesota. I've been there. All right. So I guess I need to bring up my slides. Today I'll be sharing some slides and sharing a little bit of my wisdom with you all. Right, how do I do this? Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So welcome everybody to the intuition activation workshop today. And yeah, I really want this to be conversational, and I want you to engage in this process as much as you can. Sometimes you might need to raise your hand or drop a comment. So feel free to do that. This is a safe space to show up as you need to. And yeah, let's begin. Maybe let's set the intention. Why are you here today? What caught your attention? Why is this important for you? Intuition, spiritual gifts. What do you expect to leave with from the session? And if you are courageous, please comment, put it in the comment in the chat. What would be the best possible outcome today? If everything was possible. Anybody? Clarity. Yes, I like that. Clarity is significant. Releasing limiting beliefs. How to trust and learn how to use the intuition more. Amazing. You are in the good place. Yes, that's next step for the business. Great. This is what I was expecting. You know, when you come with the intention, things happens like magic. I'll use this word a lot today, magic, because it's been a magical week so far for me. So I just want to share that energy with you. Perfect. All right. So this workshop is really made for you if you know that you have a mission in this world, if you are here with the bigger purpose to create impact as a conscious entrepreneur. And you might have had some unexplainable experiences in the past, and you're curious to explore that deeper. And maybe you are very familiar with the spiritual elements and you're open to that, but you still need to put those puzzle pieces together, right? And maybe you feel like you have so much potential, but can't really find the way to access it fully yet. So raise your hand if this is you. I want to see if this resonates with you, right? Comment below, yes, if this resonates. Otherwise, am I talking to the right crowd? Okay. I want to dive in straight into spiritual elements. This workshop is a combination of science based knowledge and spiritual experiences for myself. And yeah, what does spirituality means for you, right? What are the spiritual gifts that you would love to access more? Because we all have the possibility or potential for that, right? And maybe it is deeper alignment with yourself, maybe intuitive knowing, maybe more like intuition or information downloads, right? Energy shifting, remote healing. Are there any healers here? Maybe you want to amplify your the energies that you already are aware of. For me, all I'm sharing today is really has come through experience. I didn't learn this from books. It came through experience and through exploring what's possible for the human being, really. I will share my story a little bit later, but my main mission or my main drive on this journey was to figure out what's possible for the human being and lead by example. So this is why I'm here today. And I wonder if everything at all was possible for you, what would you like? What spiritual gift or what superpower would you like to embody? Mm. I see Sean saying channeling, clairvoyance. Uh-huh. Being two places at once. Yes, Lena. This is as I was preparing, I'm like, oh, what's my, desired superpower? I said teleportation because I can't wait to figure that out. Wouldn't it be awesome to have a dinner with Tiffany and the next day, hang out with Lena and have our amazing conversation there? Yes, awesome. But the question then is, why why is this important? What does that give you? What activating your spiritual abilities and intuition give you? What's the result? What's the outcome? And from my perspective, it's a success, right? We all are seeking for success. And what that means is different for each of you. Would you like to create bigger impact? Would you like to improve your business? Is the vibrant health that you are seeking? More freedom, more abundance, maybe world changing ideas, or that fulfillment of your spiritual mission with ease and flow. What would that mean to you? Please share in the comments. What is your main why? Why do you need that deeper connection to the divine energy? Bigger shifts worldwide. Yes. I love that most of the people that come to my workshops are focused on changing the world and creating the impact, because I am too. And when I help you guys, the ripple effect is being created and that impact amplifies exponentially. Um, being more in tune with the universe, creativity, abundance. Awesome. Like that. I want to take you on a journey for a moment. I want you to imagine that world that you want to create. And I will remove the slides for the moment. I want to see your faces and feel the energy. I invite you to close your eyes and just go on that journey, just a couple of minutes. So close your eyes when you're ready. And imagine that you find yourself in a dark cave somewhere in the mountains. You can barely see things around there, but you know that there is something in that cave that you need. There is something deep there that is just for you. And suddenly notice how you have some kind of necklace or amulet on your neck that is like powerful, magical. It's an ancient artifact that holds some kind of magic power in it. And just place your right hand on your chest to feel that amulet in your hand. And notice the shape of it and all the details. And the shape is just the same as something you just saw or felt on the rock next to you. And you realize that this is a key to something. You're not sure what. But just take that amulet from your neck and place it in the rock to match that shape that you just saw. And when you put that amulet, the rock just cracks and apart and opens up, and a flow of water rushes from the ground. And it's not an ordinary water, it's some kind of magical, powerful, glowing, golden light kind of energy. And as you get closer to this pool of water, you step into the water. You take one step, you take the other step, and you're up to your knees in that powerful energy flow. And just notice how it flows through your feet into your body. That energy begins to fill your body inside out. And it's all that divine energy bringing the abundance, the freedom, the perfect healing, the wisdom, the knowledge. And it fills your body from your feet upwards, goes into your upper body, fills your heart expands with that glowing golden light. Notice how it moves up to your throat. And from that point, you can speak things into existence. Notice how it moves upwards again, and it reaches your mind, your mental level. And you can visualize, you can envision the future, all the possibilities that are available for you and for the world. And that deep knowing that everything is possible when you tap into this energy. Just feel that in your system. Remember the feeling. Remember that flow. And when you're ready, only when you're fully ready, allow your eyes to open and come back to the room. And I want you now to describe the experience in just 3 words. What would you say that feeling was in just 3 words? Change is hard. Okay, limiting beliefs are coming to surface. Vibrating inside. I like that. Wholeness, exciting, joy, freedom, curiosity. Okay. Awesome. Heart expanding. Yes. Peace and flow. Amazing. So let me come back to my slides. And what you just experienced is possible, right? Because if you can imagine, you can really experience it in real life. And it's powerful. You were able to tap into that potential energy. And yet, why we are not there yet? What's preventing us from getting into that flow and freedom and divine connection. And it's all anchored in doubt, right? And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the feeling of confusion, disconnection from source, feeling out of alignment, maybe stuck, some invisible barriers are there. And maybe, constant survival, doing things without getting results is frustrating. And you begin to procrastinate on some elements and question, could there be more? Is the life really that what I'm experiencing? And maybe who am I really? Um, does this sound familiar? Yes. I know it is for me. I mean, I spent in this space most of my life, to be honest. Um, I want to share my story a little bit. This feeling is so familiar, starting from early childhood, I would say. I was very intuitive, but that was not very welcome in my environment. And somehow I simply shut down that inner knowing, or really didn't trust it, to the point that even through my studies, university years, I would get a test or, ready for the exam. I was studying as hard as I could, and the exam day comes, and I kind of know the answer, but I choose the other one because I simply didn't trust my intuition. And I was failing and failing and failing through life because of that. And I was stuck in the pattern, and I was looking really to discover, who am I really? What's the purpose of life? Why am I here? This question led me to study biomedical science. I thought the science will have the answer. Unfortunately, it was a little bit uh, the opposite of it. They were denying the things I knew existed instead. So I really turned my focus in another direction and explored the spiritual phenomenon using my logical mind, of course, because that's how I function. And so 5 years ago, something shifted, and I experienced what I say now, spiritual awakening. And as if I received the three-dimensional glasses, and the world shifted, opened up. The colors got more vibrant. The sensations more intense. The smell, the taste. For the first time in my life, I felt that unconditional love for life itself. And it was so beautiful. And that as introvert as I am, I was ready to go into the streets and hug people, saying that if I can experience this bliss, then you can too. I just wanted to find a tool and a process to help people um, experience that awakening within themselves. And soon after, couple of months passed probably, when I met Dick Harbers, the founder of quantum healing. And he became my mentor and taught me all the nuances of this modality, and I started developing my own processes. He held space for me to go through all the crazy spiritual journey. And, you know, having that support is so significant, because if I had not, uh, I would have questioned my sanity in many situations. But here I am today, accessing deep spiritual gifts and channeling interdimensional healing technologies, as I say. There is so much there. And, you know, I truly believe that it is possible for everyone, as long as you do the work and dissolve the resistances towards that. So, yeah, have you ever wondered why is it so difficult to change? Um, the thing is that we use just about 10% of our brain capacity. And yeah, have any of you seen the movie called Lucy? It's not a new movie. I think it was out in 2016 or something like that. Um, it's a little bit too bloody Hollywood story, but the core idea is fascinating for me. I was watching this as documentary, even though it's science fiction, because I know that we have so much more potential, and the movie kind of leads you through the journey of activating more of your brain potential, your capacity, and what becomes possible. And then, you know, as an example, what we're doing to ourselves really. Imagine the latest iPhone with all the functions and fancy features there, and you're using that only as a calculator. Does that make any sense? That's what we're doing, really. We are capable of so much more, and yet we are applying or using only those features that are very limited. And the reason why um, it's because we are trained like that. We were conditioned to express ourselves in this way. So this is the model or human operating system in a model of separation. And this is what we're experiencing now as society. What I say human operating system is mind, body, and soul. And in our society, the body is kind of delegated for the medical system. In case something gets broken, you get a pill, or um, maybe some other treatment, right? Um, the mind is more of that educational system is shaping us into square boxes. Um, we are taught of what to believe, what not to believe, what's possible, what's not possible. And eventually, um, this is never understood as a whole system, right? Body is one thing, mind is another thing, and the soul is kind of dedicated for the church. Religion is handling the spiritual elements, and then they are not interacting or connecting to each other. So the society structure kind of created that model of separation, and therefore we don't have access to most of our skills because we don't know that it exists. Imagine the human operating system in alignment, which how it's naturally is. Your mind, body, and soul is connected to each other and in constant communication with each other. If you follow, scientific research, there's a lot of elements now, coming to the surface that your mind, your thoughts affects your body. You can think yourself into healing. For example, cancer patients. There's another research I came across. Those who are practicing some kind of faith, they have a bigger percentage of healing. So when you connect to that spiritual element, your body heals faster, right? Um, I want to go into the science a little bit. This is a very basic way to explain this, but I hope this will make sense. What is human operating system? And most of you will know that we have conscious and subconscious mind. So I call it conscious awareness, is that circle in the middle. And subconscious programming is what is surrounding in this model. Another way to explain this, your conscious awareness is like the screen of your computer, and your subconscious is the hard drive with all the programs. And what you see on the screen is limited by the programs that are anchored in your system. So every experience that we have is literally filtered by subconscious mind, meaning that your subconscious is about 1 billion times faster than your conscious awareness. So in a microsecond, if you open your eyes, your subconscious mind will absorb all the information from the environment, filter out what's useful, what's necessary, what is in alignment with your beliefs, and that's what comes to onto your screen, to your conscious awareness. And so we are functioning to the limit of our subconscious programming. I want to introduce another layer, the superconscious. And in other words, your being, or it, I draw a circle also, but it doesn't have that boundary. It's expansive. It's the divine energies, the universal energy, the quantum field. There are so many ways to describe that. But in the computer analogy, that would be conscious awareness is your screen, subconscious programming is your hard drive, and superconscious is the connection to the Wi-Fi and access to all the information in the web, in the world. You can upgrade your programs, you can install new functions and features, and you can communicate with people around the globe, right? Everything becomes possible when you access the superconscious. So when information comes from the level of your superconscious, it is filtered through the subconscious programs, and passes through multiple layers of the programming. And what you become aware is tiny bit of that information, right? So there is so much that we don't know or we have not experienced. A simple example, very practical. There is a whistle for the dog. When you blow the whistle, the dog is running towards you straight away. Do you hear the sound? No, but the dog does, right? And if you don't hear the sound, what we normally do in the society, we say there is no sound. It's not possible because I'm not perceiving that. But there is a vibration that other beings are attuned to. So it's simply by expanding that awareness that we begin to access more knowledge, more information, and more energy in that sense. Is this making sense? Yeah. Type yes, please. So I see. I don't see all of you on my screen when I'm sharing. So yes, yes, yes. Good. Okay. How does it work? How is information programmed into your system? Oh yeah, I see the comments. Kind of like how neurodivergent people sense more than yeah. So yeah, welcome to the club. ADHD, autism elements, everything. More sensitive people, yes, you are becoming aware of more data. You feel other people, you perceive their thoughts maybe, and that is, as a blessing and a curse in the same experience, because it can be overwhelming when you don't know how to manage that experience for yourself. So yeah, the thing is that we experience the world through 5 senses externally. So we see things, we hear things, we feel, smell, and taste. And the brain receives that frequency and vibration and converts this information into some data that can be stored in your system. It processes, filters out that is not aligned with your beliefs. It that is no longer accessible. It's somewhere, but it's stored outside of your awareness. And this is how the beliefs are anchored. Energy blocks are placed in your physiology, in your subconscious mind, which is really in your cellular memory. One more step to include into this explanation. From quantum healing perspective, we have 5 bodies. And these bodies per se are not separate from each other. It's just like if you would analyze the human body, there's a skeletal system, muscular system, cardiovascular, nervous system. You can take them as a separate unit and analyze and explore, but really they are entangled and interconnected. So the blockages can be stored at every level of your system, right? And the light body comes with the spiritual information, that with the soul. The energy body holds probably some of the past lifetimes experiences and connection to people, or some information that you have not experienced in this physical realm yourself, but somehow it's anchored in your system. That's typically we are least aware of that. At your mental body, there is what we are commonly understanding as a belief, those phrases that we believe to be true, the thoughts. And then there are emotional elements, the stuck emotions in our system that creates the blockages. Mental and emotional is so entangled because every time you think a thought, it activates the biochemical response in your body and activates the emotion in your body. So the final one, the physical body, is the most dense and usually hardest to release the trauma from. That's where we hold that those traumatic experiences at the body level. But like I said, all those experiences are anchored through different levels. And you probably know practices like chakra balancing, sound, vibration, or other ways, Reiki, energy healing, which these are good practices, but shifting your energy, it will be only temporary if you don't address your mental and emotional element. Because your mind and emotion, your mind's thoughts and emotions are recreating that energy flow, because that's where it's anchored. So the reason why some of the energy work is not lasting, that's why, because we don't work through deeper layers. And the reason I'm sharing this because quantum healing allows you to address the blockages in every layer. Is this making sense, or am I going too nerdy? You still with me? I, anytime I think of these words, are you with me still? I hear Joe Dispenza voice in my head. So welcome to Neurodiverse Brain here. Okay. Um, one of my first clients said these words on the third session only. It's just like 10 years of therapy in 3 sessions. Because the 10 years of therapy did not allow her to shift the experience that she was struggling with. And the reason is that sometimes we can talk and talk and talk about something, but it is anchored on another level. And you can't shift that unless you really access the subconscious elements there. I have some really cool testimonials and stories to share with you. And some people are here, which is very fun. And I love sharing the story of Harry, who at the time when we worked together had cancer. And we worked on that particular element. And this is the message that I received from him just a week after the session, when his PSA level dropped from 211 to 32, which is unbelievable in the medical space, right? So what I'm trying to say that when you shift internally at a subconscious level, your body will find a balance internally and come to itself in the natural flow, natural blueprint. Monica is another awesome person. By now, she's really evolving as a influencer and a healer. But when we worked together, she was struggling with her day job as a nurse during the COVID time when nothing makes sense, the way everything was handled, right? And quantum healing helped her to make a decision to follow her spiritual mission and the path and leave the job. And right now, she's really successful in what she does. So, how does it work? Why does it work? Um, Internal sensory awareness activates the energy flow. And because quantum healing work is anchored in analyzing how you perceive things internally, how you know, access the internal visual, auditory, sound, kinesthetic, physical sensation, taste, and smell. Becoming aware of your thoughts and emotions um, simply shifts or expands that consciousness. Yeah, that circle, the middle circle. And over time, you become aware of your limiting beliefs and release those filters from the subconscious little by little. And potentially, you become aware of your energy more and more, your own energy, other people's energy, how you are interacting with them, how they are impacting you, and how you can impact them, and generally, how you can shift the energies of the collective. All this is possible, and my intention here today is to inspire more than anything, that you are so powerful that you can't even imagine what you can achieve through this work. All right, this had to come today in this slide for some reason. Just 2 days ago, I made a video very intuitively. For some reason, I talked about the Merkaba energy field, and people resonated with that thought and wanted to know more. So that's why I'm talking about it today. Um, Merkaba field, each of us have that energetic field. Of course, most of us were not aware of it. But, you know, ancient scripts are talking about it too. Ancient Egyptian, Merkaba means light spirit body. And in Hebrew, it is the vehicle of the soul, was the meaning of the word. And the way I see this is a tetrahedron, right? Two pyramids kind of merged together as a representation of feminine and masculine element. And when they click, when they connect in the higher heart space, your consciousness expands. And I would say, as a quantum leap happens in that experience. And I'm talking about this from experience because I didn't know all these things myself. It started happening, it started coming to my awareness, and I was just exploring what's possible. And when I activated the Merkaba field, I was taking on a journey. And I got the message that the consciousness expands by 20% in that space. And I really became aware of the energies around me, and I was able to shift energy, tap into the person's energetic field, and remove the blockages and similar things. So it is possible. Anybody does not believe that? All right. I will not go deeper into this. It's a separate topic, but it was interesting to mention because people were curious about that. So um, I want to bring a question for you to ponder on. What is intuition? how would you define intuition? I want to see the comments coming in. Insight, okay. Internal knowledge, knowing from inside, perfect. Inner knowing, yeah, a lot of good answers there. A feeling deep inside, okay. Mm, divine intention, I like that. So many good answers. And yes, most of you said knowing, but I saw somebody mentioning feeling. We experience intuition in different ways as well. You know, some people say that gut feeling, and somebody feel that intuition coming to the awareness. Others hear the voice as if somebody's whispering the message, right? For me, it's visuals. I see images coming up. I see flashes of potential possibility or a message. So we can experience that intuition in different ways. But what is that really? But it's interesting that everybody is aware that it comes from within, from inside, not from external world, right? I like that. So coming back to this model, again, conscious awareness, subconscious programming, and superconscious, surrounded by the quantum field of possibilities. The intuition is the flow of information from your superconscious through the subconscious programming straight into your conscious awareness, right? So we receive the information without learning that somehow, like magic. And I would describe that as intuition is the communication system between your conscious awareness and your soul. If I go back to the basic model of the computer example, the screen is conscious awareness, subconscious is the programming and the hard drive of your computer. The superconscious is the internet connection. The intuition is the app on the screen. The app on the screen that allows you to access the internet is the, how do you call that? The search engine or update wizard that does itself automatically. Is that making sense as an example? Yes, information without learning, correct. The soul is the superconscious, is that flowing energetic movement. And beyond that is source energy, I would say, God, universe, whatever you call that. Why is there so much disconnect from intuition? Because of too much limiting programming. We have a lot of limitations anchored in our system. And really, that's my mission, to break all the norms and help people find that connection, because quantum healing offers the tools how to access that direct link, because your mind, body, and soul is constantly in communication, and it's flowing. The only problem is that we are not aware. We are not aware because we have not practiced, self-awareness of your thoughts, of your emotions, of the energy. Nobody's teaching that at school, right? Yeah. I want to share what's possible and why is intuition significant. And I love sharing Melissa's story because we worked specifically on intuition with her. And in a session, it became clear that the expression of her autoimmune disease, some element came up the same as intuition, as a blocked ear. She felt like the ear is blocked. Um, and as a meaning, interpretation of that is that she's not listening to the intuition, and she need to learn to listen to the intuition. So we worked on that. We cleared blockages there. And the next day, she sent me the message that last night she had a dream. And in the dream, she received like a download of information about her business. There was a new name for her brand, the logo in detail. She saw that image and the structure and the model, what she needs to create, came simply in a dream. Is this powerful or not? Rachel, I don't know if she's here today. Probably not. She's working. But I love her story. Worked on the beliefs around money, and something that money will be taken away, or you have to give based on religious upbringing. Um, we changed those beliefs in alignment with her being, and just started getting money out of the blue, as she says. Somebody just paid the fees that they were owning her for a couple of years. Somebody wanted to support her and paid for something that she needed. And things, she keeps sending me those messages from time to time. This just landed on my lap, just like that. So when you change that programming, when you remove that filter from your system, that type of energy begins to flow into your life. And that's why it happens so fast and so powerfully. Um, I want to guide you through the intuition activation process. One element of my longer program. And before that, if you take away anything from this workshop today, these three things I would like you to remember. That intuition is the communication system between your mind, body, and soul. Aligning your human operating system will help you access information in the quantum field. So when you bring your mind, body, and soul into alignment, and I will share a little bit more to detail what that means and how to do that. You simply tap into the quantum field, and magic is being activated there. When you activate more of your brain capacity by becoming more aware of your inner senses and releasing the energy blocks and unresolved traumas, you become more aware simply of different frequencies. I just mentioned about the dog and the whistle. This is how it works. The more you are sensitive to your internal experience, the more information you will perceive. And this is it's just like a skill that you can develop and practice. And we do a lot of this work with our practitioners in the training in the program, right? Yeah. All right. Who's ready to activate the intuition? I like this quote. Let your intuition guide you. You are what you've been looking for. So everything is here already. You just need to remove the veil from your awareness and really tap into that flow of energy. So I'll stop sharing again for a moment. It will take a couple of minutes as a process, is not too long. And there is so much more to it if you want to go in depth. But just for the sake of the experience, I will explain how it works. And I know some of you have explored quantum healing, so you know exactly how it works. But we experience the world through five senses, as I said, internally too. So when you close your eyes, you can notice a visual coming to your awareness. Or you may notice the sound or some kind of voice maybe coming to your awareness. Maybe the physical sensation is like tingling or pressure or warmth, temperature change can happen. You may perceive smell or taste. So, what intuition is and what we're doing in this process, uh, I'm bringing to your awareness the expression of that intuition. Basically, how that um, icon looks on your screen. That would be the explanation. It's random, but yeah, I don't know if it makes sense. So when we bring that expression of your intuition to your awareness, you will know exactly how to tap into it next time because you probably were not aware of it. Sense. So the way it goes in a meditation, I will invite your being to bring to your awareness the focus of energy of your intuition. And you will notice some expression of it internally. Then I will invite you to thank it, to show gratitude. And something usually changes after that. The energy shifts and the intuition becomes more active as it is acknowledged. Um, and yeah, that's simple. So when you're ready, I would invite you to close your eyes and enjoy the experience. Very well. So just notice the position of your body as you're sitting relaxed. Notice your breathing. Thank your breathing for helping you relax even more. And just notice what happens as I invite your being to bring to your awareness a focus of energy, which is the focus of energy of your intuition. Notice how your intuition comes to your awareness, whether it is an image, a physical sensation, a sound, a taste, or smell. There is no right or wrong in this experience. Whatever you notice is unique for you. So just notice how your intuition come to your awareness. That's right. That's right. And when you notice that, and when you're ready, I want you to thank that intuition for coming to your awareness in this particular way. Thank it for guiding you through your life. And notice what changes when you thank it. Notice what happens after. You may notice some physical sensation, some visual, maybe colors, lights, maybe sound, taste or smell coming in. Maybe you receive the whole message from your divine self. And just notice how your intuition resource begins to integrate into your system. It's scanning through your physical body from head to toes, gently, integrating into your organs, your tissues, and every single cell of your body. Notice how it updates your mind, your thinking patterns, your beliefs. Notice how it updates your emotional body, releasing the stuck emotions that are no longer serving you. Intuition brings the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom of your being. And just notice how your intuition gets anchored into your experience. So anytime in the future you would call upon your intuition, it will come to you, to your awareness in this particular way. And just notice how your being is making all the arrangements necessary for this process to continue more deeply and thoroughly while you're sleeping and dreaming, and gently in the background as you go about your normal daily activities. to the best comfort of your physical body, your mind, your emotions. More and more noticeable for your conscious mind. How you begin to think differently, feel differently, see and hear things differently. And when you're ready, only when you are fully ready, I want you to allow your eyes to open gently. And take as long as you need to be in that space. Take as long as you need to explore that. That's right. That's right. Beautiful. Very well. And as usual, those of you who have been in my workshops, I invite people to share their experience because there's so much power in sharing. Because sometimes we tend to think that our experience is one and only, so unique, sometimes even negative, and we want to hide that from others. But in sharing, there's so much power. And if any of you want to unmute yourself, you're welcome to.
Hi, Agni.
Yes.
Um, Thank you for allowing me to share with my own voice.
Yes, I know
I
it's
always,
significant for you.
yeah, I really enjoy spending time with you in these trainings. So this is what I noticed, and it's a confirmation of what I already knew, but wasn't really owning, which is when I tap into my intuition, what I'm really tapping into is well, it's basically my heart. That's where it comes from. That's where it resides. That's where it resonates. And I was chatting just a little while ago about this idea that our experience can get in the way of our intuition. Our experience is very important because it's embodied knowledge, and that's where wisdom comes from. However, our experience also has a way to block intuition because it's rooted in trauma. And when that's not understood or resolved, that's the kind of experience that hinders us. And I realized, well, I didn't realize it just now, it was just confirmed that my heart has always been there throughout all of that experience. And it's been keeping me alive and safe and loving. So thank you for that, because now I know when to listen for true inspiration. It's when my heart actually feels it and
Right.
expands it. Thank you so much, Agni.
Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Interesting. I'm going through the chat a little bit. So different experiences. Is there anybody else who wants to talk?
Hi, Agni.
Harry, good to
How are
see
you
you.
here?
Perfect.
Good. I've discovered that my intuition has always resided within my heart, as the heart is your truth center, as a energy or a chakra. Um, so whatever goes through the heart, right or wrong, it will tell you that this is wrong or this is right. And so always align my heart to do that. Now, the exercise we just did, where we physically assigned some sort of look to our intuition, I did an exercise with you last year, or maybe even the year before, where we recognized the protector that we had within us. And my protector was a knight in a shining armor. And so I've recognized that same knight in the shining armor is my intuition.
Beautiful.
But the only difference is that now it expels a ray of blue light from the eyes.
So I want to reflect on that because you're talking about protect already, because you have gone through the whole experience.
Yes.
Because right now this was just an exercise for the intuition. In a session, there's a sequence of different resources, right? We activate your inner healer, your self-nurture, your intuition, your self-protector, trust, forgiver, inner peace. All those elements combined together creates the link together and empowers you from inside. And so you had a more advanced experience because you have already access to all of them.
Right. Yeah. So this was more an identity to give my intuition, is that sort of internal eye showing me that night is showing me my intuition.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Harry, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, you guys, I have a couple of more slides to share. So I want to go back still, because I have some special thing at the end of the session. So I hope you guys can stay to the end. And like I said, I will explain to detail what it means to reset your human operating system. And like I already mentioned with Harry, we activate your internal resources, your inner healer, self-nurture, intuition, protector, trust, forgiveness, inner peace. These core structures allows you to receive that support that your system needs, right? Then we go and rewire your brain, and the way your brain is receiving, processing, or accessing the information. Some of you may know that your eye movement is linked to the brain, and anytime you think of something or try to remember, your eyes will move to different sectors. And by observing your eye movement, I can say whether your eye map as a concept based on NLP is well organized or not. Very often, our brain rewires itself to block certain areas in the brain because of some traumatic experiences in the past. And when this happens, we can lose the awareness of some elements or mix up the information. Sometimes when the people question whether they really see that or they imagine things, it brings confusion, or they cannot access the emotions. There are different details that can reflect in that. And in the session, we rewire your brain and update your IMAP to help your brain function more effectively and more efficiently. Also through the eye movement, I can say how your brain codes the time, how your timelines are organized, meaning the past, present, and the future. And in the session, we are releasing the energy blocks or the memories that are still stuck in your system, holding the emotional attachment. We release that into the timelines out of the body, and immediately your state of or your experience changes. The next step is aligning your energy center. So we're working on all 5 levels, all 5 bodies: physical, mental, emotional, energetic, and light body. And we activate your energy centers and create the flow through the system, connecting that with the timelines. And in this structure, it allows you to access that source energy and that super conscious, so to speak. You really find that connection and experience what it is that divine link between your spiritual and physical element. So these are the principles how we reset your system during the quantum healing program. And from there, you can evolve and activate any other resource that you desire, abundance, confidence, certainty, whatever you can come up with can be activated energetically in your experience. And your, like I said, those subconscious blocks are shifting. We update the beliefs that are in the way, and as a consequence of this is really accelerating your manifestation process. You know, the only reason you don't have things today that you desire yet is because you are either not resourceful enough internally or externally, or you have contradicting beliefs in your system that are creating that imbalance. And so we address these elements in the program. All of you who comes to my workshop will see this every single time, because this is the best way to describe how to reorganize your human operating system. This is a server room on the left side. I compare with how we normally function in the society. A lot of entangled beliefs contradicting each other, and you have no idea what is connected to what. And I receive people in situations like that, and I find a way to reconnect those cables and create a situation on the right. So this is what going through quantum healing process does to your human operating system, and allows you to function more effectively, become more aware, and really achieve greater results than you could ever imagine. I still want to share a couple of testimonials. These two are my favorite people. And Carrie is also becoming a practitioner of quantum healing. She's applying quantum healing in the work that she does already, shifting the beliefs and activating, aligning with those energies. I remember her testimonial said, quantum healing was like accessing the magic that was always within me. And yes, that's what it is. And Holly is my partner in crime. Anytime there is something to heal, we work with each other. And she really stepped up into her business, and evolved so much through this quantum healing journey. And she is like so powerful in changing people's lives all the time. I want to ask you, would this be significant for you to change your internal experience? Would you comment down below? Would that be significant to be able to tap into your spiritual gifts, intuitive abilities, and really manifest the life you desire? I love this beautiful image view. Are you ready to access your magic? Is now the time for you? Or do you still want to soak in that, doubt for another decade? I want to invite you really to a very special offer, special invitation. Quantum Alignment Group Program is a 3-month program that will allow you to balance your human operating system. And I'll teach you how to apply these methods and principles and how to heal yourself. And healing, I mean not only physical, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually. You will get the tools to really master yourself. And if you apply that with other people, you just create a ripple effect, bringing more impact in the world. And this is one time only opportunity. The reason I reduced the price is because, not because it's not as valuable. I believe that $2,000 is nothing for what you receive in the program. I want to record this process, and this will be a recorded program for people who can't really afford to pay bigger money. So the reason why I'm reducing, like I say, is to make this more available for people, because I know everybody needs this. And I have seen so much transformation happening in people's lives through this work. And just a couple of weeks ago, we were running a workshop with Tiffany, actually, in Tiffany's house. It was an amazing experience. And Kevin was there, and Brenda was there, and some other people. Such a big transformation happened in just 5 days. And this 3 months program, I tried to squeeze it in. It was like probably 80% of this particular program during the retreat. And that alone was so impactful. So I want to invite you, and Tiffany or Kevin, maybe you can share the link. For those of you who are interested and really want to experience the magic that you hold within, this is the most affordable opportunity for you to explore that. So follow the link in the chat if this resonates. It's not. I have a couple of slots. Really, it's not a big group. I'm not planning to have a big amount of people there. It's just a safe space for you to experience what you need to explore, to ask questions, to get answers. First 5 sessions are simply the experience for you, and later we go into learning how quantum healing works and why the shifts are happening, and how to apply that for yourself, and how to really create a change in your life. Right. Yes, coffee chat. If you have questions, definitely reach out, book some time with me. I'll be available as much as I can. And if you know that this is for you, then don't hesitate and join me. I want to leave you with a question. Just imagine what would be possible for you when you really tap into that super conscious energy and find that divine guidance within you. Imagine how your life would change, and imagine how many lives can you change through this experience. I love this image again. It's always significant for me. Embodies that freedom, that liberation from all the systemic programming and all the society standards that we are trying to follow and fit in to that box. This is all about liberation and expanding your consciousness. And I really wish that all of you people could experience that and know the power of it. So that's that for today. I think if you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. If you want to share your experiences, I would love to hear that too. Anyone? Thank you, Anna. I saw some people had to leave too early. What's your biggest takeaway today? Maybe let's share that. What's the one thing that you're taking from this workshop today? Or maybe was that intention that you came with? Was it fulfilled? I see people typing. If you like to unmute yourself and talk, you're very welcome to do that. Let's have a conversation going. Yes, connected to your intuition more. Beautiful. The idea of doubt was big. In what way, Amel? Doubt is anchored in fear, right? We are avoiding something that is uncomfortable and we don't trust our potential. It's the main barrier. That's right. What would be possible for you if you take that doubt, and hand in hand move towards the future, move with the fear. Yes, doubt is anchored in fear. What I discovered, and my journey wasn't easy. I'm just talking about the results right now, right? But there was so many ups and downs and, buckets of tears that I cried through this process. Eventually you become used to the discomfort in a way, in a moment, because you know that fear is really that feeling before you get to do the thing you are afraid of. When you step into that experience, it's no longer scary. You just get it done. And it happens so fast and easy usually that you learn from that. And when you recognize the fear, you no longer avoid it, but you go straight into that. It's like a portal. Fear is a portal to resolution. Freedom is the release of doubt. Yes. 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 Right. Yeah, and it's very common to notice other people, like to notice other people patterns is easier, but not your own. It's always more complicated to recognize how you function or what's preventing you, what's stopping you in that sense. So yeah, that's why even I always work with other healers, because I have blind spots too. That's why we all need support on this journey. And no matter how evolved spiritually or emotionally or energetically you are, you will face some challenges sooner or later. And you need, someone to rely on, and you need support. Yeah. All right. I think I poured all the wisdom already. Unless you have questions. I would love to have you guys in a group. We'll do some fun things, and on the page you'll see some testimonials, both from the retreat and from the group work we have done with other people. Quantum healing changes lives, right, Tiffany?
100%. So many.
Would you like to share the experience during the retreat?
Oh boy. There were so many experiences. Which one are you thinking of?
I'm not thinking of anything specific. I'm just asking you to share what was significant. What are your reflections?
Yeah, for me, what I guess one of the biggest things for me was I was really able to identify that, like when Agni was talking about like the super conscious and the subconscious and the conscious, and 5% or 10% is our consciousness, and that, or 5% is our consciousness, 95% is our subconscious, and really to make that change, like from our conscious perspective, is to invite the super conscious in. into the subconscious, which changes our reality and our perspectives and what we see. And so for me, like, just really understanding like that's where I want to be, is in that space where I'm accessing my super conscious to really make the impact on how then I look at the world and like what I feel, what I sense, what I think. I'm a very much, I'm audible, so I hear everything, or audio. And that's like, I just never slowed down enough to really like tap into all these things. And so every time I go through, even though I've heard some of these things already, but it's like, it's still all working, and I'm still connecting it and settling into it and having the transformation. It's like, for me, it's just like, oh, I am aware. I do hear things. Like it just kind of opened up a whole bunch of things for me. I'm definitely on a journey. I still got plenty to do.
Yeah, all on the journey.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was good. It's just, and what I really love about it too is just being surrounded by people like you that are here with us today. Like, I just like, that's what helps me too, is not just the work that we do, but then to be around people that are on the journey, wherever we're at in that journey, is really encouraging for me. And yeah. And so definitely individual sessions versus group sessions versus a Zoom session, like they all have their own experience and bring a different level to, yeah, freedom in our how we're thinking and feeling and operating.
Yeah, that's for sure. And also, I feel like mentioning today, every time before the workshop, I mean, I'm going through my journey constantly. I'm shifting beliefs and healing traumas, my traumas, other people traumas, past life traumas, all kind of stuff is continuously happening. It's not that I have arrived or anything. I'm just sharing with you what's possible in a sense. And the experiences that I have internally, I usually package as the meditation. So today, with the stepping, in the cave, stepping into that flow of energy and having the amulet on your neck, that was my one of the experiences that I had internally, to shift some big elements in my journey. And I'm sure that when I guide you through that meditation, the shift of the energetic shift is anchored for you as well. So even if you don't do anything with this work from now on, it's in your energy field, it's continuously impacting you. Yeah. All right. Please, somebody ask a question or something. No? All right.
It might just be time, huh?
It's fine then. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to reach out to share your feedback. I really welcome you to join the group starting on the 26th of September. We'll have so much fun. We'll do a lot of ass kicking, healing, and shifting. So, yeah, if this resonates, please join me. And I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you all for being here.
Bye.
All right. Take care.